The Christ Letters, with enhanced narration and text. Letter 8.1. The True Nature of Existence. Narrator's Note. A special word on formatting. The recorder explains in the foreword that in order to show that some powerful statement had come from Christ's mind into hers, she used italics, emboldening, and capitals. Some may find this unconventional formatting interferes with the flow of reading. And this was actually the intention, because these letters are not meant to be read, but pondered. This means you have to stop on the specially formatted words and think about what the words are trying to convey to you. You have to reach into the infinite dimension in order to try to understand what you are being told. To honor the recorder's intention, all the emboldened words have a reverb effect added to them, and the words in capitals and italics will also be highlighted with a bell sound, one bell at the start of the phrase and two bells at the end. These sound effects will help to harmonize the recording with the text. I am also reading slowly to allow time to ponder the meaning behind the words. I have come to you again to speak of the true nature of existence. The truth of being is this: you, who believe only in the material world, live entirely in the earthly, finite world. You live within a dimension of the manifestation of your beliefs. Those whose spiritual perceptions and lives have been raised in frequencies of vibrations to merge with the spiritual frequencies of vibration of the spiritual dimension can perceive that they live in two dimensions. They are fully aware of this truth, and they live according to this truth and evolve into ever higher frequencies of being. They are no longer bound by human belief, but live within the realization that they live within infinity, in which are no limitations. The higher their vibrational frequencies of consciousness, the more aware they are that they live within infinity, and that only they themselves set the limits on what they can aspire to. Those whose perceptions have been heightened in this way, whilst still in their bodies, have seen that there is only one dimension of actual individual being, and this dimension is divine consciousness activity. They may also come to fully realize there is the further dimension of universal consciousness, in which the universal resides in perfect equilibrium and may be penetrated by none, because within this dimension any individuality would be immediately drawn into the unity of being. When a soul reaches, in understanding and realization, the topmost level of the frequencies of vibrations of consciousness, Christ consciousness, the soul can look down and review the levels of vibrations, ascending and descending to those of humanity on earth, and know, with love and compassion, humanity is trapped in the lower vibrations of divine consciousness, hidden within the ego drive, wholly unaware of the truth of being, the soul's true identity, and the earthly truth of the ego. Neither does it have the slightest awareness of the immense purpose behind its existence and the eventual mission it must embark upon. The task of the newborn soul is to experience, through means of its sheath, the psyche, all that these lower frequencies have to offer, and grow as a result of the mental, emotional events and experiences arising out of their thoughts and feelings. The soul must learn, through trial and error, the state of consciousness which makes it immensely happy or burdened with grief and sorrow, which initiate various physical limitations. The purpose of life on earth is not to discover a means to experience undeviating joy and bliss, although this is what each soul longs for. Such bliss and joy would hinder the soul's progress into the higher spiritual vibrations of consciousness. Eventually, after many lifetimes of highs and lows, of comfort and sorrow, the psyche will wake up to the truth of its being and will realize that it has within itself the potential to draw on divine consciousness for insight, understanding, and knowledge, and to raise its spiritual consciousness vibrations to those of health, well-being, protection, inner growth, spiritual nutrition, and to radiate to others the nature of divine consciousness itself. As I have said before, consciousness is life, and life is consciousness. Where there is life, there is consciousness. Where there is consciousness, there is life. Everything in existence is defined by vibrational frequencies of consciousness. Light, sound, color, all physical phenomena, both living and inanimate. If you can change the frequencies of vibration of any single thing, you change the appearance of that thing, be it sound, color, gas, liquid, physical organs. When physical organs present an appearance of ill health, it is because the normal frequencies of vibrations of that physical organ have been reduced, and the life within the organ has been depleted. Science presents the universe as being matter possessing consciousness. But the truth is, the universe is consciousness, which has taken on the appearance of matter as a result of a descent into the lower frequencies of vibration of consciousness. This is the true reality of existence, nothing else. Your existence is all a matter of frequency of vibrations. The higher the spiritual perceptions and the adherence to spiritual thought, the more swift are the personal vibrational frequencies in the body. The vitality is raised, and illness eventually disappears.